So another year and another Holy Week is upon us in restrictions. Uh, this day we call Maunday Thursday is usually quite a powerful day for me as a clergy person. Usually the morning would entail meeting colleagues for coffee in Rochester High Street and then going into the cathedral to be with those who are licensed in the diocese to kind of renew our commitment to following Christ and renew our ordination vows, and also receive the blessing of oil in order to commit ourselves for the next year to our ministry where we are. This year again we don't get to do that, we get to watch it live, which is great, and it is really amazing how we've managed to develop technology to do these online services so that everybody can engage no matter their circumstances. But for this service it does feel quite lonely, being in a room on our own, watching, even though we know hundreds of other people are joining in together, we are not with them. And as I reflect on that sadness, it really has made me think of all those probably thousands of people who day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year have had that isolation. They can't physically get to church to worship. They can't physically go out due to severe illness or special needs or many other situations that have kept them in their homes. And it's been a real humbling experience. Today is a day when we remember Jesus meeting with his closest friends, his disciples, and it's an amazing account of a story where they celebrated the Jewish Passover festival, and it's the last time that Jesus spent with his friends and prepared them for what was going to happen, and they shared in a meal and they shared in communion together. Last year I was gifted this beautiful painting by the head teacher at St Nicholas Infant School, who retired at Christmas time, and it's such a beautiful painting. You see, before Jesus shared that meal with his disciples, he did something really unusual. He washed his disciples' feet. That in itself isn't unusual. Remember where Jesus lived, it was a very hot place and very, very dusty. They didn't have the old tarmac like we do. They wore sandals and open shoes. So as they entered a house or a building, they would take off their shoes and feet would be washed so as not to bring the dirt inside. What is unusual is that it would be a servant doing that job. And Jesus was making a real strong declaration that he came to seek and to serve, as well as being the king. He really was a servant king. And this image is of Jesus washing his disciples' feet, and we see the bread and the wine on the table. And in the water, you may not be able to see, but we see the reflection of Jesus and the powerful effect that that's had on his disciple. I wonder how you would feel if somebody in authority or somebody you highly respected asked to wash your feet. Feet can be quite a personal thing. They can be very pretty. They can be quite disgusting. After all, most of us are on them a lot of the time. What about if we use our hands instead and we ask somebody to wash our hands? How would that make you feel? When Mum worked at the cathedral during the Sweeps and the Dickens Festival, we often offered to do hand massage, and that was an amazing experience. It's very intimate, but also very relaxing, and it was a great opportunity to talk to people and share this wonderful story of Jesus with them in a very gentle and caring way. Today is a special day, the beginning of 4 days of specialness in the Christian church. So today I'm reminded that I sit alongside so many others who are alone, who struggle with loneliness and isolation. I sit here remembering that God called me first to seek and to serve, to be a servant, to help others, and also to guide them to Him. And I sit here preparing to remember that amazing event that followed when Jesus was arrested, when He died on that cross, and He rose again. So over these next few days, I pray that you will know anew this amazing story of Jesus dying and coming back to life. And wherever you are and whatever your circumstance, you will feel that peace surrounding you today. Do take care, and God bless.